What's happening, KBeezy, 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 you know what I'm saying? Coming through your cell phones or computer screezies, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, by the way, I was watching the stream. When did, hey, what's up, my geyser? When did that become slang? Who is calling niggas geysers, bro? Because niggas be saying geyser, geyser, like in the terms of Solomon. Now my niggas, hey, what's up, my geyser, geyser? When the fuck did niggas start doing this type of activities? I was sitting there perplexed and confused. Hey, listen, if a nigga call me guys, I ain't got time for that. But as we talking about what people can address us as and who could say such things, we got the terms of the N-word, you know what I'm saying? Now, and I don't know how the fuck I did that, what's that shit? I tied it into whatever the fuck I was talking about. Or segue, yeah. I don't know how the fuck I did that. But anyways, basically there's a lot of commotion in the hip-hop sphere about certain people saying the N-word, certain Hispanics. So, I believe Mexican OT came out recently and... sorry. I'm yawning like a motherfucker today. I don't know why. But is that Mexican? Yeah, I call him the Mexican. I don't know if it's that Mexican. I think it's... yeah, that Mexican, okay. So that Mexican OT came out and he said, well, not, he didn't say, but he basically said certain things about his use of the N-word. We seen it with 6ix9ine as well. You know what I'm saying? Basically, for saying that. Basically, the Mexican OT says he can say the N-word because basically they have went through certain or similar trials and tribulations as black people. Now, listen. As much as I see where he coming from in the sense of, like, let's keep it above. I'm not gonna cap, like, yeah. Well, the Dominican Brazilian people, hey, you look like me, gang. Like, yeah, you could say what we want. We mixed somehow, and that became that, or like we got certain level of ties. You know, my Afro Latinos, you know what I'm saying? My Afro Latinos, like, yeah, you gang, we know that. But like the rest, you know, when it comes to that word, it's just tough. When people say, and low-key, some of the Puerto Ricans and the Afro-Latinos as well. Anyway, besides all that, right? I do get what he's saying that, like, yes, we go through trials and tribulations. Yes, we're minorities, motherfuckers don't fuck with it. The thing with us is, of us black folk or us mixed with black folk, is they were using that word or that, I'm not trying to say it on YouTube, but you know, that N-word with the ER to discriminate and be mad. Why do you think niggas was getting mad at Tyler when she kept calling herself colored? Well, at least in the States. Because we was like, well, I'm not from the States. But you know what I mean. Like, I get what she was trying to say. She's mixed. But even still, like, niggas were sitting over there like, what the fuck is you talking about, baby girl? You can't address yourself like that. What's going on with it? Like, what's going on? What's all this and that then? We were perplexed and confused about all that little situation. We like, yo, if you're going to say what you're going to say, just say you mixed. I understand South Africa, you can say colored, but nah, we don't do that over here. That's discriminatory or what? I know I made up a word, Is it discriminatory? Hey, if that's a real word, whatever. But yeah. It is to offend people, right? But I get a certain aspect of what he's saying. Now, I believe like sometimes we give N-word back. Now, me personally, I've had some Hispanic people, like I said, if you're Dominican or Brazilian and you said the N-word to me, like I'm looking at you like, yeah, my nigga, like we kind of cousins. Like whatever, there's a mix somehow. My nigga, we cousins. You know what I'm saying? But like, with that being said, right? I'm not really necessarily talking to the Afro-Latino people. Like, it's one of those things where certain Hispanic people have said, I was like, and listen, we've all had that one dude who, like, mostly is that white boy that grew up in the hood and he with all the black friends and he could get certain shit off or he acts a certain way that we act. We don't check him for it because it's like, that's our little buddy. He came up in the hood with us. But other white people might look at him like, why do you do that? Rather, that's just Corey. Yeah, Corey, you know, he the white boy on the block. But we fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So, it's weird. Do I think Mexican OT can say it? No, not really. I get the point he's trying to make. And listen, some Hispanic people have said it. I'm not going to be like the one I was clocking every Hispanic person that came to me and said the N-word. I was like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I give the pass to more of my African, Caribbean, you know, the more black-looking Hispanics, you know, like I said, Dominicans, Brazilians. And I put Brazilians into the Hispanic realm. I don't know. Some niggas like to separate them. I put them in there, you know. But yeah, like, if you look like my cousin, gang, like, yeah, you could get your shit off a little bit and like mix people you meet. Now, if you logic mix, it looks crazy, but if you're like Kiana Lady or some bullshit like that, niggas don't give a fuck. I don't even know shorty mixed. I'm just throwing out names. But yeah. Oh, my nigga went on lip service and said this shit. Okay, so the rapper believes he could say the word because no one will or could stop him. Okay, there's ignorance. See, the only reason I understood 6ix9ine a little bit, because even with Cardi B, like, when you from over, and like, listen, I'm not gonna act like Hispanic people and black people, like, we kind of tied in a little bit. I'm not gonna act like that. Some of them, not every Hispanic, but you know what I'm trying to say. The ones that's kind of in the trenches with the niggas, you know, y'all locked in, you know what I'm saying? So we not looking at it crazy. So basically, this is what OT said. I don't think I could get canceled. I can't get canceled because I don't sell my music. I sold me, the Mexican OT explained on the show. These people know who the F I am, and they love me. They appreciate me. That's why I can go F and jump off a bridge and eat a bowl of ish. They're gonna F with me. The rapper added, even if you don't agree with the F I'm saying, there's a whole world that is behind me, and not only is there a whole world behind me, I guess it's so fearlessly me that you cannot you have no choice but to respect it. You're from the South, obviously you grew up. Okay, these niggas is talking. I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there was some black dudes in here. Complex reported it. He said before finding one in the room. He said, okay, we're gonna use him. What the F are you gonna do about it? And then, second of all, I grew up loving these MFers. I grew up fighting with them. Okay, listen. You locked in with the guys. I understand. I'm not trying to say you don't have black friends mixing on to. But just because you come in, like, you know, you kicking it with us. You know, you grew up on the block with us. You gang. Like, we fuck with you, you know. Like yeah, like I'm saying. Like, I've been saying this whole video. Like, black people and Hispanic, like, we fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent. But I feel like, well, in general, you could fuck with anybody to a certain extent. But I feel like there is some choice words. Like I said, the Afro-Latinos, you could get that shit off. I ain't even going to question that. You know what I'm saying? My Dominican brothers and sisters, my Brazilian brothers and sisters, y'all get y'all shit off. Because we like cousins or whatever the fuck. Distant whatever the fuck we is to each other. But, with that being said, I do feel like he could have worded this literally, basically trying to say he's kind of a product of his environment type of activity he's trying to give off, which is perfectly fine. I do feel like you do have to have some credence and some respect to it as well. Because, again, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say like that some racist people ain't say some stuff about Hispanic or Mexican people. I'm not going to sit here and say that. But it is what it is. But, like, if we keeping it about, yeah, you already know, like, certain Hispanic, they get their shit off, like, you know what I'm saying? If we really gonna have the conversation, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know I knew a lot of this, but you know, we be mixing. You know what I'm saying? We be mixing. It is what it is. But with that being said, y'all already know what it is, man. We'll see where it comes from or where it goes. I feel like I was just rambling this whole video. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, y'all niggas check this shit in. And the 6ix9ine been said, like, nigga, I ain't stopping. At least he kept it a buck. But hey, we'll see what happens with this. There's a lot of discourse behind this. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Sadly, maybe I should, as a black person, take more, not really responsibility, but like look at people more who say this word without all the facts or whatever have you. But we'll see exactly what goes on with this situation. Besides that, you already know what it is. It's your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ that while doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, you trying to hit a little bit more to hear me. And I'm gone. Shalom, zoom, peace, y'all, gang.